Hey guys, you know what time of week it is. It is time for some stock of the week. Guys, I'm really excited about today's video. So I'm going to be telling y'all why I just bought some Okta stock. Now, if you're a follower of the channel, then you know that Okta is a company that I have bought twice before. This is my third time buying this company. And so since I already have two videos out there on Okta, in this video, I want to tell you kind of a little bit about the company and why I like it so much, and why today, of course, I'm going to tell you why I'm buying more of this amazing company. If you're not a subscriber, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. It's free, and who knows? Maybe your stocks will go up because you hit the like button. Not saying it can't happen. Not saying it will happen. All right. Identity management. That's what Okta is all about, guys. Identity management. Now, I want you to think about the old days for a second. So, in the old days, you signed into a physical workstation at a set location for whatever company you were working for. All software was preloaded onto the computer, and I know that this still happens a little bit, but we're going away from this model. We don't sign into physical workstations as much anymore, set locations. All the software is not always preloaded. Today, software, guys, is moving towards a software as a service model, and it's happening more and more with all of your major software suites. Everybody's heading towards this model. Everything's being stored in the cloud, and you can access it anywhere you have an internet connection, even over your mobile device. But the challenge is, how do we limit who has access to what? Like, how do we limit who can access different parts or different software suites within a company? For example, maybe you want your budget team to be able to access QuickBooks, but you don't want them to access the software you use for your advertising. Or maybe, how do you give permissions to specific people for specific pieces of software in your company? And how do you do that seamlessly? How do you make it easy? And the answer is Okta. That's why Okta exists. That's their primary mission. That's what they do. They are into identity management. If you want someone lower, you don't want someone lower down on the chain of command to have access to company secrets. Maybe you want everyone to have access to Asana, which you might be using for your team building, but you don't want them necessarily to have access to some other software suites that you might be using to design and share ideas. So how do you do that? How do you separate it? How do you protect information when everything is literally going digital in this digital age? How do you do that? The answer is, again, Okta. Okta is the company that is doing this. They're the ones that are specializing in this. Software, they're making software that makes giving access to different areas of a business simple and effective. That's the main thing that Okta is all about. Software that makes giving access to different areas of a business simple and effective. They just acquired Auth0. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but AUTH0. They just acquired this company, and it's bringing a whole new side to the Okta company. This was big. This was a huge acquisition. But what Auth0 does is they're into multi-factor authentication. And just to kind of explain to you a little bit about what that is, passwords today aren't enough to secure important information, because if I bring up a password like, the stocks guy, that might not be the best password in the first place, but also if anybody gets my password, that's all they need to be able to log in and to use software. Or my bank account, I don't want just someone to know my password. So what you can do is you can enable what's called multi-factor authentication. And for an example of this, let's say that you're signing in on your phone to your bank account. So you go to your bank website and you enter in your email address and you put in your password. And then what it does when you click sign in is it will send you a link somehow on your phone. It'll send you a code, an access code, and you have to type in that exact access code into a box that might appear in order to be able to get into the website or into the software. And the idea is that not only did you have to know your password, but you had to have your phone, and you had to be able to get that link that was sent, or that code that was sent to your phone. That's the idea of multi-factor authentication. There's multiple factors that are being used. It's not just a password, but it's a password and it's you having your phone and being able to type in this code. The chances of someone else knowing your password and having access to your phone are very low, and that is why multi-factor authentication is just a genius idea. And then if you added a third level, then that would make it even more secure. And software is integrated into a company's own website and into their software. So this Auth0 software is being sold to companies, and they are integrating it into their own websites and their own software suites. So that's really the idea of Auth0. And like I said, guys, this is huge. This is a really amazing acquisition. Big plays by Okta. Now let's look at the future. There's two things that I'm seeing. First of all, there's going to be more software that's available through the online cloud. We talked about that software as a service. That's going to become the norm, and I think it's going to be happening more and more. That's not going away. Also, more people are working from various locations, including their home. Not just a secure office complex. People are working all over the place. Thank you, COVID, for accelerating that, but it's here, and I'm not sure if we're going back, at least not completely. Also, Okta has an addressable market of $80 billion. That's the market today that they have access to every year. When we look at the numbers, their revenue is up 50%, guys, each year over the last 3 years. That's incredible. 50% annual growth rate over the last 3 years. And a lot of that, I have to be fair, a lot of that is due to their acquisition of Auth0. But then last quarter, which doesn't even take that into account, last quarter they were up 40% in their reports. So the future is bright for Auth0, future is bright for Okta. One thing the company's doing that may scare a few investors is that they're sacrificing their current profitability for future growth. So they are investing hugely, like in different areas of the business, to build it up and try to expand their market share. And these are some bold moves, guys, but I like what I'm seeing. I like this, and that's why I'm coming back for thirds. Yeah, I'm buying some more Okta stock, and I'm excited about it. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching the video. Our next goal on the channel is 500 subscribers. And when we get to 500 subscribers, you know we're doing a giveaway. So to enter in on that giveaway, just make sure you like this video, comment on the video, tell me, are you buying Okta or no? And then also just make sure you're a subscriber. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope y'all have an awesome week. Remember to dream big, and I'll see you next week.